Namaskaram. I thank all of you for watching the We Draw Amaravati Together video series. So I'm back in Singapore. I shared videos. So today, this video, I am going to share things that I bought there, and also the drawings that I've done there, and also what I should not have brought. So first up would be things that I bought during the trip. So when I usually go for trips, I buy souvenirs for friends and for colleagues, but those would be things like biscuits, chocolates, and tea or coffee. So for this trip, I actually went to Karachi Bakery and I bought boxes of cookies, and I must say the cookies there are really nice, and they are vegetarian, so there's no eggs and maybe less milk. I'm not very sure, but they taste really wonderful. And for myself, I rarely buy anything unless I really love it. So I am so proud to tell you that I got this from there. So this is actually a dress. I think it's like I got this from this place called Span, P-S-P-A-N. So it's a fashion place. I think it was in one of the departmental stores. And it's really cute because look at all the embroidery. See? All these gold embroidery and all these accent. I really like the green and pink, and it makes this piece look so dreamy. It's not exactly cheap because I think because of the embroidery, it costs about 2,000 over rupees, but I think it's worth it because I don't think I'll be able to get this at the same price as Singapore. Yeah, next up would be this scarf. So I got this scarf from Soch, S-O-C-H. Yeah, so this is how the scarf looks like. Can you see that the whole scene is printed on that one scarf? So you can, from the bottom, you'll see the cars, buildings, mountain, the stars, constellation, space shuttle, and the moon. So cute, right? Yeah, scarves are not actually a very Singaporean thing because we are so hot here. But come on, how many of these kind of scarves do you see around, right? So I just have to buy it. Another thing that I really love about India is their chai masala. So when I was in the buffet restaurant, I would always ask for chai masala. I don't know, maybe it's not where, but chai masala should be gotten. So I think out of the 10 times I asked, I probably got only three cups. So I heard that there are actually places or shops that just sells chai masala outside. Yeah, but I had no chance. I didn't have a chance to visit any of them. So anyway, back to the topic. I got this one. This is from Tetley. It's masala chai, something that you need to make on your own. So I guess I need to heat up milk, and I have to put this tea bag. It's a box of 12 tea bags. So it comes with a tea masala flavor. So that would be like ginger, cardamom, clove, black pepper, and saffron. Yeah, so I hope I'll be able to recreate that amazing, wonderful chai masala tea flavor. And yeah, but there's only 12 bags, so maybe I have to go to Mustafa to get more if it really works. Next, I'll be sharing my sketches. So I'll start with a small little one that I have. It's my travel sketchbook. So if you notice, when I went, I didn't have this logo. So what happened was that Francis Teo, who is one of the sketches, he got this made, and and he's so nice to share with all of us. So some of us will put it on the sketches that we make, but I put it here. So in fact, I actually wanted it to go face this way, but I think I read the direction wrongly, so it went like this instead. But I think it's quite nice. Yeah, I didn't manage to finish the whole book. Because I don't really have much time, I think, to do all these additional sketches. So so for this one, this is the sketch that I did in the Silk Air flight that I took from Singapore to Hyderabad. So I had to wait to finish sketching this before I could eat my meal. So that was, I suppose, my first Indian meal. It was like tikka masala chicken biryani. It wasn't too bad, and I think there was also yogurt, which was like a main thing. Like every day we had yogurt, every meal. Okay, so following that, we took a spice jet. That was like the day after. And this is the, we call this the cold chicken tikka sandwich. So some people couldn't take it because it was just too cold for them, because the feeling is actually cold inside, and bread was a little bit hard. I'm okay, you know, I think I'm alright with cold food. I went on to do the big sketches. So yeah, until I think the day where we went to the museum. So we were at the archaeology museum. Yeah, and these are the artifacts that we saw, and I was quite intrigued by some of these, like a winged lion with a beak, the snake, cobra, and also the buffalo, the giant buffalo. So on the last day we went on like a sketch walk in the car. So this one, I think I showed this in the video. So I did this, was along the roadside. So there was buffaloes, this I think cart carrying hay for the buffaloes, and the motorcycles. Motorcycles are very plenty in India. And the next one is at a second location. So we were at the shed. I think it's like with a hay roof and I think wooden or mud bricks. So I quite like the study. Oh, then I did this. This is the scene outside the hotel. It was really quick. I did it like within 10 minutes. And my pen was already quite out of ink, so a lot of these I couldn't really see the contrast. Yeah, it's a very quick sketch. Finally, I sketched the food again. So we had another tikka masala sandwich, and this one was also spice jet, but this time we flew from Vijayawada to Bangalore for our flight back to Singapore on the Singapore Airlines. So yeah, this is all I have on this small sketchbook.
Yeah, so first up, this is the sketch that I did at Gandhi Hill. So it was from the top of Gandhi Hill. We climbed up, and this one was done after walking around, and I thought this is actually the best view. This one was just watercolor. It just just watercolor effects. Okay, this one was done at the village. So on the first day we went to Lingam Yampalam, and this was done on the rooftop of a balcony of our host's house. So if you see this part here in red, this is actually the saris that were hung from the roof. So this is like the terrace top, and you can see hanging line, cloth line, and this is our saris. They are hanging on the top. So in fact, it's a view of the whole village, and this is the view of the next door neighbor who had a very old house. So after lunch, we went to, in accordance to what the host has requested, we went to their sacred tree. So we had to walk a distance about less than a kilometer. But it was so hot and there was no shelter. So literally the sun was in front. So it was like my face was in the sun. Madhu was sitting next to me. So we just sat there, and he was saying, Alice, you should just feel this, just sketch in any condition. So sketch with the sun facing you. Get sunburned, but it's worth it. Yeah, I did that. Okay, actually it wasn't like that when I left the place. I had so much work to do because there wasn't enough time and it was so hot. So when I went back to the hotel, I added most of these dark colors. And when I came back to Singapore, we realized that there are some of these scratched off areas. I thought it was just too black on some areas, so I scratched it off with the pen knife. So you see all these dark scratch lines. These scratch lines here. Yeah. So on the second day, we went to Amaravati, which is another village. We didn't have a host, so we just I think it's good because we could just sketch wherever we want. And this was like the center of the town, where there's shop on this side, and this is like a I think meeting area. So you see like men just gossiping or having their morning chat. And all these I like these huts. very rustic feel. And the people started to come surround us. They decided to ask, why are we doing here? So we told them, yeah, we are here to document the village. So they thought, why not come and document our temple? So this is the temple at Ainovalu. I was sitting in the shadow, and there were the villagers who were there, and one of them actually is quite a young chap, and he wanted to be a policeman. So he managed to get into the academy, and I'm very happy for him. So this is the third day. We were at the Babara and this is the temple, their village temple. It looks very different from the previous one because it's really quite underwhelming. It's just a very plain blue color and with a beach top. The Pakisam barrage. So we're not actually at the barrage, but this is more like a jetty or a small area which is just next to it. We could see a lot of fishing boats on this side. This is the paper that Madhu passed to me. It's just a small square piece of paper that he passed to me. But I really like how it looked because this is khadi paper, handmade Indian paper. It's kind of rough. It's actually cold pressed, but it's a bit rough. The only issue I have with it was that it's not so strong. So if you worked it too much, you can actually get little balls of paper coming out. So, but I think this piece is okay. It's not my style, but I like the colors. Yeah, and I like the paper. Yeah, and in fact, after that, I took some picture of the boats on the other side, and I did something on my watercolor canvas. Okay, this is technically not urban sketch because I did this at home based on picture, but it was done on my watercolor canvas. This is done in ink, and these are in watercolor. So I quite like the effect, even though when I first started using this, I thought, it's a little bit too, it pushed too much of the paint around. You kind of get a bit of watercolor effect, but it's not the same. It's a bit like acrylic as well. But in the end, I thought, it doesn't look too bad. I quite like this effect. Okay, let's carry on with the sketches. So this was done on the day where we went to the Amaravati, which had the giant Buddha. This was at the stupa. We did this after going to the museum. I was in the shade again, and there were people sketching on that side. As you can see, I overdone some of these scratches again because some parts are just too dark. Yeah, but I'm quite pleased with this piece because I don't usually use this kind of colors. Yeah, but this one brings out the ancient look. Yeah, so after lunch we went to the giant Buddha, and I had to do a giant Buddha sketch, and this was done at the car park. So this is the complex, and this would be where people would be sketching. So I came out, there's a road here, I went down, there's a slope, and this is like a pavilion that we were at. So I did this sketch of the Buddha. He looks a little bit odd. Next up is this piece that I actually only did the pen work when I was there. There wasn't time to paint this whole piece. It's actually the sketch of the river scene, the Krishna River. I really like the marshland. And also, if you notice here, there are actually some buffaloes. Probably not so noticeable, but these are the buffaloes. I really like all these, meshing, having the colors all just running around and creating all these different shades and interacting and making all the weird looking colors. I'm quite pleased with this one. Yeah, so this is the piece that I did on the last day, just before checking out of the hotel. It's a scene from the window of our hotel room. We stayed at the 4th story, and it was really quick. If you can see by the lines, I'm actually using just a normal technical pen, and I couldn't reach my because I already packed my watercolor set. So this was actually done using my travel palette colors.
Or things that I shouldn't have done. So in fact, when I was packing, I actually packed a lot of extra stuff. So things like, if you remember my packing video, I actually packed like a whole lot of mosquito repellent. I didn't use any of them. Perhaps just a spray on the first day, but I realized that, or we realized that mosquitoes don't come out in the day, so they come out at night. And usually at night, we would be resting in a hotel or we'd be having dinner. So there's no way mosquitoes could get to us. So I wasted like a good compartment of my luggage carrying on mosquito repellent. So lesson learned. Next time if I'm there, will not bring it. I also I actually prepared like a fan, personal fan, that I can actually hang on my neck, that provides wind so that I don't get sticky. But I realized that although it was hot in India, it wasn't. I didn't feel sticky. I didn't really perspire a lot, so I didn't use the fan at all. Just need to stay away from the sun. So I already had a hat that was really useful. Another thing was the sunglasses. Okay, as much as people tell me that I should protect my eyes, the sun is very glaring, I can't sketch with the sunglasses on, so I didn't use it at all. And I also bought a lot of medicine. Although I'm glad I did, but I probably bought too much because I came back with almost everything still quite full. The only one that got used was the charcoal. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you for the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.